For this playlist, let's talk about some applications of differential equations. Okay, the very first and the most important application of differential equation is actually on modeling. We have here mathematical models. It's actually a mathematical description of a certain phenomenon or a system. Okay, as we talk about specific situations in this playlist, we would start with population dynamics. We're going to talk about half-life. We're going to talk about cooling and warming as well, and these are actually considered as examples of mathematical model which involves differential equation. To kick off this playlist, let's talk about the mathematical model first for population dynamics. Oftentimes it's used to solve situations like what would be the expected population after time t, or at what time t would the population would be this one. And this has actually two different forms. The first one is, of course, prediction of increase of population, and the other one we also can talk about its decrease of population as well. And similarly, this also has a similar form with regards to the half-life and carbon dating, which would be included as well in this playlist. So we have this assumption here, the common assumption for mathematical model for population dynamics, because we're going to derive first the formula. I know and I understand the formula is already provided there, but for us to probably appreciate that this type of situation is really a model for with the use of differential equation, we're going to derive first the formula, and later on we'll have some examples where we automatically use the formula and some concepts of differential equation as well. So we have the assumption here: the rate at which the population of a country grows at a certain time is proportional to the population at that time. Okay, so this is an example of population dynamics, and the term rate here could be expressed as a derivative. Okay, so we have here, let's say population, the rate here, the rate at which a population, let's use P, of a country grows at a certain time, so with respect to time, okay, that's its form, is proportional, so it's proportional here to the total population at that time. So that's the assumption for this one. And this, from this perspective of a model, we can actually determine the formula, because for this to become a formula, you can also say that the first derivative of your P with respect to T is equal to a certain K times your P, where K is, of course, your constant of proportionality. So basically, this is similar to the variation concept, because that's what rate is as well. So from this point at hand, we can actually derive the formula for P, okay, our P here, which stands for the population at that time. Because basically, if we talk about a formula or finding the population of a certain group or country at a time, we are actually computing the population P with respect to time and the initial population at hand. Okay, so basically this is how it is formed. We're going to use here separation of variable. So with the use here of our first order derivative of P with respect to T being equal to Kp, let's place all the P's on one side. So we can actually do it like this here. We're going to multiply both sides by dt over our P. Okay, so we'll have here dt over P, so that we can cancel this, and what happens on the left hand side would only be dp over your P is equal to k dt. Okay, and this time once we have separated the variables, we are going to take the integral of both sides. So we're going to have it here, the integral of dp over P is equal to the integral of k dt. Okay, so we know that the integral of dp over P is actually the natural logarithm of the absolute value of P. And for this side here, we can actually factor out k being the constant. So you will have here the integral of dt. You will have here the natural logarithm of your P with respect to your k, okay, t, and of course, plus a certain c. That's the result after the process of integrating both sides. Now, at any time, because we would like to come up with a formula with P, not the absolute value of P, at any time, we know that actually, at any time T, our P is greater than 0, because that talks about population, right? That means that the natural logarithm of the absolute value of P can be written just natural logarithm of just your P, okay? Because P is greater than 0. So with this, we'll have here natural logarithm of your P is equal to your KT plus C. To remove the notation for natural logarithm, we can introduce here the concept of exponentiation, where we can write both sides by the e of your natural logarithm of your p is equal to e to the its exponent as kt plus c. So this side here with that notation will just return to p is equal to e to the power of kt plus c. So probably we already have our equation in terms of p. So we can actually break this side here, kt, then e to the power of c. Okay? Now, that's actually for multiplication law. Now take note that this is actually has the constant of proportionality in our t, but the other form is just any specific constant. So we can actually substitute that with any form, because initially at t be equal to 0, we can say that p is just equal to p sub 0. And when would this be true? If t is equal to 0, we see in this equation, okay, I'm gonna copy this equation here. You have here p is equal to e to the power of kt and e to the power of c. Initially, this is also equal to p sub 0, right? So we're going to find out the value for this. As t is equal to 0, you have here e to the power of k times 0, e to the power of c being equal to 0. So e to the power of 0 is e times e to the power of c is equal to p sub 0. So e to the power of c is just your p sub 0, right? So that's the initial point, because at t is equal to 0, whatever will be the population, that will be your initial population as well. So with this now, we can substitute this back on our given form here using this condition. Therefore, our formula for the population dynamics is p is equal to e to the power of kt, and then your c sub, e to the power of c, which is p sub 0. Or you can simply rewrite that as p is equal to p sub 0 e to the power of kt. This is the formula for the population dynamics. If you're asked about the total population, given initial population here, and time, and of course with a certain k as constant of proportionality, you can identify the answer to the question. But this is how we derive this formula using the concept of this assumption and the idea of your integration, okay, which actually relates to your separation of variables in solving for specific differential equation here. So this is the formula that we're going to use for the next few items, as we will have some examples, real-life applications on population dynamics or population growth. Thank you very much for watching.